Unit 1. Word list. Anxious. When a person is anxious, they worry that something bad will happen.
She was anxious about not making her appointment on time.
Awful. When something is awful, it is very bad.
Her performance last night was awful.
Consist. To consist of is to be made of parts or things.
Today's choices for lunch consisted of pizza, hamburgers, and hot dogs.
Desire. To desire is to want something.
My sister desires a big house and lots of money.
Eager. When a person is eager about something, they are excited about it.
The man was eager to talk about the good news.
Household. A household is all the people who live in one house.
Our household is made up of my father, my mother, and me.
Intent. An intent is a plan to do something.
Her intent is to visit Italy next summer.
Landscape. A landscape is how an area of land looks.
The landscape of the country is very green.
Lift. To lift something is to move it higher.
The man tried to lift the box.
Load. To load is to put objects into something.
The man loaded the boxes into a truck.
Lung. A lung is the organ in the body that fills with air when breathing.
Having strong lungs is necessary for a healthy life.
Motion. A motion is a movement that someone makes.
The police officer made a motion with his hand.
Pace. The pace of something is the speed at which it happens.
I ran the race at a slower pace than my friend.
Polite. When someone is polite, they are acting in a thoughtful way.
The boy was very polite. He behaved very thoughtfully.
Possess. To possess something is to have it or own it.
My uncle possesses 3 sheep, a chicken, a cow, and a dog.
Rapidly. When something happens rapidly, it happens very fast.
The train moved rapidly on the tracks.
Remark. To remark is to say something.
The teacher remarked on how quickly the students were learning.
Seek. To seek is to look for something.
If I have a problem, I seek my sister's advice.
Shine. To shine is to make a bright light.
The candles are shining in the dark room.
Spill. To spill is to have something fall out of its container.
I spilled the coffee on the table.
Unit 2. Word list. Bring. To bring means to take someone or something to a person or place.
Oscar will bring in all the boxes.
Castle. A castle is a building with strong walls where royalty usually lives.
The castle was built many years ago.
Command. To command someone is to tell them to do something.
The general commanded his army to attack.
Counsel. To counsel someone is to listen and give advice about a problem.
The teacher counseled the girl about her troubles.
Insure. To ensure is to make certain that something happens.
Eating good food ensures that we stay healthy.
Explosion. An explosion is a violent burst, usually with a loud sound.
A nuclear explosion can cause great damage.
Jewelry. Jewelry is something that people wear, like earrings or necklaces.
The woman looked beautiful with her nice dress and jewelry.
Land. To land means to come to the ground, usually from a ship or aircraft.
The parachutist landed safely on the ground.
Meteor. A meteor is a rock from outer space that falls to Earth.
We saw a meteor in the sky last night.
Monster. A monster is any imaginary frightening creature that looks strange.
The monster scared everyone in the village.
Northern. If something is northern, it is in the direction of north.
It is much colder in northern countries than it is here.
Remote. If something is remote, it is very far away and difficult to get to.
It took many days to get to the remote island.
Southern. If something is southern, it is in the direction of south.
Daegu is located in the southern part of the Korean peninsula.
Statue. A statue is an image of a person or animal made of stone or metal.
I saw a beautiful statue of a lion today.
Steam. Steam is water that has become hot and has turned into a misty gas.
We could see the steam rise from the boiling water.
Submit. To submit to someone is to agree to do what they tell you to do.
She submitted to her mother's wishes and did her homework.
Temple. A temple is a building that is used for religious purposes.
The people visited the temple to pray.
Upper. Upper means higher in position or place.
A home's attic is at the upper part of the structure.
Weed. A weed is a plant, especially one that is not useful or wanted.
The yard of the house was full of ugly weeds.
Wing. A wing is the part of an animal that lets it fly.
The bird used its wings to fly across the water.
Unit 3. Word list. Arrow. An arrow is a thin, straight stick shot from a bow.
The arrow flew through the air and hit the target.
Battle. A battle is a fight between two armies during a war.
The battle lasted for many days.
Bow. A bow is a weapon made of curved wood and string that shoots arrows.
He went hunting with a bow and arrow.
Brave. When people are brave, they are not afraid to face pain or danger.
The brave firefighter saved the girl from the burning building.
Chief. A chief is the leader of a group of people.
The chief led the people through the mountains.
Disadvantage. A disadvantage is a situation where someone is likely to lose.
Mike had a disadvantage in the race since he hurt his knee.
Enemy. An enemy is a country that is fighting another country during a war.
The enemy prepared to attack the kingdom.
Entrance. An entrance is a place where someone can enter an area.
The gate was locked, so Bill had to find a different entrance.
Hardly. If something hardly happens, it almost does not happen at all.
I hardly saw the concert since I had to leave early.
Intend. To intend to do something means to plan to do it.
I intend to finish college in 3 years.
Laughter. Laughter is the sound produced by laughing about something funny.
Susan's joke made her classmates burst into laughter.
Log. A log is a thick piece of wood that is cut from a tree.
The fire was too small, so we added another log to it.
Military. The military is the armed forces of a country.
I joined the military after I finished high school.
Obey. To obey means to follow what a law or a person says you must do.
My little sister did not obey my mother. Now she is in trouble.
Secure. To secure something means to get it after a lot of effort.
I was able to secure a good grade on my test after weeks of studying.
Steady. When someone or something is steady, they are under control.
The problem was hard, but she remained steady and solved it.
Trust. To trust is to believe that someone is honest and will do what is right.
I trust my friends. They don't tell my secrets to other people.
Twist. To twist something is to wrap it around itself or another thing.
She twisted the spaghetti around her fork.
Unless. Unless means if not or except when.
Unless you clean your room, you cannot play with your friends.
Weapon. A weapon is an object that can be used to hurt people.
Swords have been used as weapons for thousands of years.
Unit 4. Word list. Chest. The chest is the front part of a person's body, under the neck.
The water in the lake was as high as my chest.
Confidence. If you have confidence about something, you are sure of it.
I have confidence that I did well on the test.
Consequence. A consequence is a result of a choice or action.
As a consequence of missing my bus, I had to find another way to work.
Disaster. A disaster is a really bad thing that happens.
When the car crashed, it was a disaster.
Disturb. To disturb someone means to upset them.
The loud noise disturbed me while I was working.
Estimate. To estimate something means to make a guess about it.
The boy estimated that he was 1 meter tall.
Honor. When you honor people or things, you show respect for them.
I honor my science teacher by working hard in class.
Impress. To impress someone means to make that person proud.
He was able to impress the girls with his new dance.
Marathon. A marathon is a very long foot race, just over 42 kilometers.
I ran a marathon and now my legs are tired.
Narrow. When something is narrow, it is very thin.
The bridge is too narrow for a car to drive over.
Pale. When something is pale, it does not have a bright color.
The girl's skin was very pale.
Rough. When something is rough, it is not even or smooth.
The rough ground hurt my feet.
Satisfy. To satisfy someone means to make them happy.
It will satisfy my teacher if I finish all my homework.
Scream. To scream means to make a loud noise with your mouth.
The girl saw a spider and screamed.
Sensitive. When someone or something is sensitive, they are easily hurt.
My teeth are sensitive to cold things.
Shade. The shade is a dark area that something makes when it blocks the sun.
It was hot outside, so the boy sat in the shade of a tree.
Supplement. To supplement something is to add something else to it in a good way.
He supplements his diet with fresh fruits.
Terror. When someone feels terror, they are scared.
I felt a sense of terror when the tiger chased me.
Threat. A threat is something bad that might happen.
Due to the dark clouds, there was a threat of a bad storm.
Victim. A victim is a person that had something bad happen to them.
I was a victim of a robbery.
Unit 5. Word list. Ancestor. An ancestor is a family member from the past.
My ancestors came from Germany.
Angle. An angle is the direction from which you look at something.
The giraffe turned its head to see from another angle.
Boot. A boot is a heavy shoe that goes over your ankle.
He wore boots so that his feet wouldn't get wet.
Border. A border is the edge of an area.
The postcard had a pretty green border of pine needles.
Congratulate. To congratulate someone is to tell them that you are happy for them.
Bill and Angela congratulated each other on a job well done.
Frame. A frame is a border for a picture or mirror.
I have to get a frame for my friend's picture.
Heaven. Heaven is the place that some people believe people go when they die.
When I die, I hope that I go to heaven.
Incredible. If someone or something is incredible, it is hard to believe they are true.
I have an incredible story to tell you about my vacation.
Legend. A legend is a story from the past.
There is a well-known legend about a king and his queen.
Praise. To praise is to show that you like someone or something.
The coach praised both athletes after a good practice.
Proceed. To proceed is to go in a certain direction.
My son and I proceeded to the beach so we could go fishing.
Pure. If something is pure, it is very clear and beautiful.
The rose was pure. It had no dirt or imperfections.
Relative. A relative is a family member.
My relatives came by to see the new baby.
Senior. If one is senior, they are the oldest or have been there the longest.
Because he got his job first, Bob is the senior chef.
Silent. If someone or something is silent, they make no sound.
Since no one was home, the house was silent.
Sink. To sink into something is to slowly fall into it.
The boat had a hole in it, and it sank into the ocean.
Superior. If someone or something is superior, they are better than another.
I think cooking outdoors is superior to cooking indoors.
Surround. To surround something is to close in on it from all sides.
We surrounded the suspect on all four sides.
Thick. If something is thick, it is wide and solid.
The fog was so thick that I couldn't see through it.
Wrap. To wrap is to cover something on all sides.
I wrapped his gift and put a bow on it.